Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Ton Verhosky, your host with the most. You are on the frequency of abundance. Thank you so much for joining us today on this beautiful soaring Saturday. We are successful. We are looking at leadership burnout is real. We're looking at how to spot it early and how to realign before you crash. As leaders, we have so much riding on us. We have so much at stake. We have so much that we need to do and that we have no choice about. We have to have all of these incredible people in our lives. Now, I'm going to put some contact information in the chat. Doobity-bop. If you wanted to join us on Frequency of Abundance, pop on in. This is a free group sponsored by the incredible Allure Creative Agency, and we'll chat about that a little bit more later. Right now, I want to get your episode started. I want you to look at diving into something most leaders don't want to admit, but every leader needs to hear. Leadership burnout is real. So this episode is going to be your warning light and your recovery map. If you've been pushing hard, if you're carrying your team, if you're chasing the next milestone, let's talk about how to spot burnout early and realign before you crash. Signs that you are headed towards burnout. Let's normalize this first. Burnout doesn't mean you're broken. It means that your system is out of sync. That's all. Now, get yourself out of whack is not the biggest thing in the world. It happens to us all the time, multiple times a day sometimes. Getting yourself back into whack, now that's where you become a master. If you're picking up what we're putting down, like, comment, share in the chat. We would love to have you play with us. So let's take a look at some actionable red flags to look for. You wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. You avoid calls or meetings you used to enjoy. You feel irritable over small things, even with your team or your family. Your creativity flatlines. You're operating in survival, not strategy. You fantasize about disappearing for a while. Not joking. There is so much to do. There is so much that needs to be done that you can't possibly take it all on yourself. So let's make this a simple exercise. Take out a journal, open your notes app, and write, what's draining me right now? No judgment. Just list it. Stream of consciousness. 3 minutes. You can put a timer if you'd like, and then underline the ones you actually can control. Because there's things that are outside your control right now that are draining you. And there's things that are in your control that you're letting drain you. That's why it's so important that we focus on what's real and what's really important to you now. Because if you're going through a thing, this too will pass, right? Physical, emotional, mental. What we want to do is make sure that we ignore none of the signs. That's the first thing available for you. So why leaders ignore the signs? We reward hustle. We reward sacrifice. There's a Japanese word, I don't remember it, so I won't try to butcher it, for literally when you work yourself to death. Can you imagine how many people had to work themselves to death before you came up with a word for that? Yeah. We reward hustle. We reward sacrifice. But what we don't reward is energy awareness, nervous system regulation, setting boundaries. If your identity is tied to being productive, you'll see rest as weakness. And that's where burnout hides. So if you've identified yourself as, I sleep 4 hours a day and I'm so productive and I open and close companies and I'm okay, well, great. Then rest. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's going to come sooner than you think. It is an important thing to realize that rest is so powerful. A couple of weeks ago, I hurt myself and used 5-hour strategic healing naps to really accelerate my healing. And it is, I checked with ChatGPT, less than 1 out of 100 people were able to do that level of healing that quickly without medical intervention. And so I want you to embrace that and feel that any of those things are available for you. If you're going to look at rest as a weakness instead of as a possible healing retreat, or as an incredible mental detox, you're missing the point. And you're also going to confuse yourself when burnout hides there. So some quick coaching reframe would be to being regulated is more powerful than being relentless. You need to harness your energy, release it at will, as you know, when you know, how you know. That's the power of where you're coming in from. And that's where we really wanted you to feel that. We wanted you to feel the vibe that, hey, the tide rises all boats. We are here, we are on, we are live. And we wanted you to feel that too. We wanted you to know that there's so much more. That if you're coming through these things all by yourself, okay, there's a community available for you. If you go to LinkedIn, you just type in the frequency of abundance, click groups, you're there. You are on point and we are rocking and rolling. Now, in there, I want you to make sure that you're having some fun and that you're making sure that you are taking care of you, right? We've got to make sure that you, first and foremost, rise your own tide. Now, if you're looking to do that professionally and you're one of those people that is already really, really spent the time and energy and money and commitment to build a brand for yourself and not just be, oh, I do this and this, but I've created a program, a product, a service, brand, and I've spent a lot of time and money on that, then planning and brand management and more visibility, more credibility might be exactly what you're looking for. Let me introduce you to the beautiful Allura Creative Agency, the only not-for-profit public relations house in the world. They might be able to help.
I'm excited to introduce you to Allura Creative Agency, the world's first and only not-for-profit public relations powerhouse. Our mission is to increase your brand's visibility, credibility, and extend your global audience. In short, we hunt the whales for you. Our proprietary methodology blows a dog whistle to C-suite executives, leaders, founders, and owners across any industry. Welcome to our Executive Engagement Engine trademark. That's our secret sauce. It includes 3 proprietary processes: our Engagement Ignition trademark pre-event outreach process, our Commitment Catalyst trademark butts and seats process, and our Fortune Follow-ups trademark post-event outreach. These ensure the highest level of interest, virtual attendance, and follow-up conversations. As the world's first and only not-for-profit public relations powerhouse, what's our promise to you? Unparalleled commitment to transparency, ethical engagement, and impactful results. Partner with Allura Creative Agency and experience transformative executive engagement. Book a time to speak with us today, and here's to the evolution of your brand.
We believe your brand is a very important part of who you are and where you're coming from. So if you're feeling that vibe, we'd love for you to play in our sandbox. Love for you to know that there's a lot available for you. Now, if we're looking at reframing, we're going to talk about being regulated as being more powerful than being relentless. Regulated. Serving yourself, reserving your energy, waiting to spring. Let's look at part 3, where we're going to do a realignment strategy. Let's audit our energy. Number 1, daily, not weekly. Energy is data. Ask yourself, what gave me energy today? What drained me? Number 2, redesign your boundaries. Leadership doesn't mean 24/7 access. Say this out loud. My value isn't measured in how much I tolerate. It is how wisely I lead. My value isn't measured in how much I tolerate. It's in how wisely I lead. So people will see that you're leading through pain and suffering, and that's okay. They'll see that you're leading. If your value is going to be measured in how much you can tolerate and how much suffering you can endure, very different. We're not trying to make martyrs and saints. So a tactical move would be to set office hours for your team. Even if you're the CEO, reach me between now and now. Otherwise, nope, I'm watching a TV show with the wife. Sorry. You don't need an excuse. You don't need a reason. You just do. So number 1, audit your energy daily. Number 2, redesign your boundaries. Number 3, let's refill before you're empty. Burnout recovery doesn't happen on vacation. It happens daily. So, morning, movement and hydration, and 10 minutes of stillness. Midday, non-negotiable pause to breathe or walk. Evening, reflect, release, realign. Use the 4R system. So this will be a simple journal prompt for you. And it's something that you can practice right now. 4Rs, remove, restructure, replenish, reconnect. Number 1, remove. What do I need less of? Number 2, restructure. What needs a better system? Number 3, replenish. What nourishes me? Reconnect. What can I lean on right now? That's what I wanted you to see. And that's what I wanted you to know. So next steps to build a burnout immunity. Let's do a daily burnout immunity checklist. Number 1, wake up. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Hydrate. Focus. Single tasking over multitasking. Breaks. Take 2 tech-free pauses per day. Fuel. Nourish your body. Caffeine isn't fuel. And reflect on one win and release one stressor. One thing that bothers you that you can let go. Let it go. I want you to try this. So send this message to someone that you trust today. Hey, I've been feeling stretched thin lately. Can we talk sometime this week? You need to lean on the people that support you because you don't even believe how much you support others. It's so beautiful. Let them hold space for you. Don't lead alone. Know that this is something that's coming up right now for you. And that's why I think it's so important. You know that there's a community of those of you out there. So we talked about frequency of abundance. You can pop in, join our free community anytime you like. There are also incredible places for you if you'd like to come in on the Voices That Lead. We're blessed enough that Allura Creative sponsors us. So the Frequency of Abundance, all 6 seasons, and the new Voices That Lead podcast where I'm interviewing the most incredible people. And it's through the filter of asking these 3 questions about leadership, legacy, limitless. And the first question is, how do you serve those you lead? The second one is, what do you believe is your legacy? And then lastly, we ask, if you only had one gift, one way to help someone else become limitless, what would that be? And so my audience gets to see each of my guests through that filter. And it's going to be rather unique. We're also blessed enough that the good people at Build Network TV, BNTV, have picked up all 6 seasons of Frequency of Abundance and then some. And they are rocking in the free world and picking up everything we do for Voices That Lead. So take a minute, see if this is something that you'd like to stand. You'd like to speak out. We'd love to have you on the show. It is so fun. It is so incredible. And it showcases you. This Frequency of Abundance, this is for everybody. This is for me to give back after decades of doing what I've been doing. This one, though, Voices That Lead, that's you. This is your voice that leads. I'd love to have you on the
Ever
podcast.
wonder what sets real leaders apart? It's not the corner office, it's the impact they make. Welcome to the Voices That Lead podcast with Natan Verkovsky, where we dive deep with leaders who put service first. These aren't just CEOs or big names. They're people making a difference, building legacies through acts of kindness, mentorship, and heart. Every episode you'll hear powerful stories, straight from those who lift others up and inspire change. Looking for practical advice, authentic conversations, or just a spark to unleash your own limitless potential? You'll find it here. Because leadership isn't just about where you end up, it's about who you help along the way. Join the community and get inspired. Reach out to be a featured guest on the program. Leaders, Legacy, Limitless. Subscribe to the Voices That Lead podcast. Join us as a speaker and let others be inspired by you. Become the leader you're meant to be.
We'd love to make sure that you become the leader you're meant to be. I think that's so important that you get to come and play and have some fun and see what all of that is about. So, join us for Frequency of Abundance. Click on LinkedIn, join our group. Come be a voice that leads and help others rise up. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing we can do. 2 other ways we get to play together. That'll be coming up in a minute. I want to make sure that you know this episode is for you. So for watching out where burnout is king and leading with grace and gravity. Remember that concept? The grace is the beautiful velvet padding that you put on the hammer. The gravity is the hammer. So you have something so significant and impactful that you want to hit it. But you need to hit it while wearing a velvet glove as well. You don't have to earn your rest. No one said, okay, you've worked enough, here you go, now you get rest. It's not traded. You need rest because you're human, not because you checked off enough boxes. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's a warning that your pace has outgrown your practices. And you need new practices that support your pace, that support your new frequency of abundance. You are not your productivity. You're outside of your leadership role, and that still matters. I want you to lead from that place too. I want you to feel that recovery is a strategy. It's not a retreat from success. It's what makes your success sustainable. Your team is going to mirror your nervous system, right? So if you're always tense, if you're always exhausted, if you're reactive, they feel it. That tension, that nervousness, that's contagious. The exact same way that you're calm, beautiful, poised, keep energy, also contagious. And that's something that you can do anytime you want. If your intuition is going to keep you from being silenced, the only thing that'll quiet you is your exhaustion. Rest long enough to hear your own wisdom again. Remember, your intuition gets silenced by exhaustion. Can't hear yourself think, can't feel what you're supposed to feel because you're exhausted. And that's why I want you to feel that vibe. So rest long enough to hear your own wisdom again. And remind yourself that leadership is a long game, right? Burnout's going to shorten your legacy. Rhythm is going to extend your reach. So when you lead yourself first, you put on your mask. Before your next decision, the next sprint, the next vision, pause. Check your energy and then lead. And it'll give you such a different perspective compared to where you're coming from and what you're trying to do right now. So in that context, I wanted to make sure that you knew this was brought to you by the beautiful people at Allura Creative. We've talked about hunting those whales. We've talked about being able to put on that place for you. And I wanted you to know there was a place where if we talked about, you know what, who are the leaders? The legacy, the limitless? Wonderful. You can speak to that as well. There's another place you get to play. And it is if you are already at 9 out of 10 personally and professionally, and you wanted to step up, learn some incredible mental, physical, and emotional drills. I've been an elite energy coach for 30 years. More than 15,000 people have come through my hands. I wrote Personal Momentum. I wrote Moments of Power. And I wanted to just give. And that's what the beauty of this frequency of abundance. This is my gift back. And that's why when we got picked up by Build Network, BNTV, that's a gift for everyone to get to come back. So join us, come in, and know that if you're at that highest level, 9 out of 10 is beautiful. This is what 9.1 looks like.
Meet Natan Verkovsky, Elite Energy Coach, helping top performers break limits, activate their energy, and achieve unstoppable momentum. Welcome to the Personal Momentum Retreat,
an exclusive experience designed for executives, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who demand more from life. Every month, top performers gather to master powerful mental, physical, and emotional drills, strategies used by world-class leaders to unlock peak performance and resilience. At this retreat, you won't just learn, you'll experience transformation, shift your energy, break through barriers, and build unstoppable momentum. Get a sneak peek at our weekly preview event, happening every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Experience firsthand the mental, physical, and emotional drills that will change your game. Success is not about working harder. It's about activating your personal momentum. Reserve your spot today.
And that's where we're coming from on today's episode, to really make you understand that, as a leader, you have to put your mask on first. You can't lead others if you're not going to do it right. So, burnout's going to happen when your purpose becomes a performance. Here I am doing my thing that I'm supposed to do. I'm like, are you feeling that, or are you just doing that? When you're so busy proving yourself, you forget why you started. It's time to kind of come home to your truth. There's no glory in depletion, right? Sacrificing your well-being for success, that's not leadership. It's a slow leak of your potential. Your presence is much, much more powerful than pressure. It's your ability to lead. It isn't in how hard you push, but in how grounded you stay when things get hard. And things will get hard. That's inevitable. So pop in and know that's what you're here for. True leaders, they design lives they don't need to escape from. If you're always counting down to weekends or dreaming of disappearing, it's time to redesign, my friend. It's not just a recovery. You go on a vacation, you're not going to come back any better. You're going to come back just as stressed. Don't do it to yourself. Know that there's people and places for you. We're here for you. Know that tomorrow, when we're doing the end of the week and closing in on the end of season 6, this is energetic leadership for this season. Tomorrow's Soaring Sunday. We talk about leading with clean money energy. Power, purpose, prosperity, no shame in wealth, done right. And we look at it and be like, why do people have those stigmas and all those big, big problems and hang-ups with money? We're going to go in with some clean money energy tomorrow. So I'm going to invite you to come back. I'm going to invite you to have some fun. I want you to remember that those true leaders design lives that they don't need to escape from. They're always counting down to the weekends or dreaming of disappearing. Yeah. Sustainability, that's the ultimate flex. I've been doing this for 20 years. Damn, that's something. Anyone can sprint for a season. It takes wisdom, maturity, and alignment to really thrive year after year without burning out or crossing bridges. So focusing on them, that's where it's going to come from, where you lead with your energy, you check the energy, then you lead. Before your next decision, you sprint. You remind yourself you're not alone in this. Burnout might be common, but recovery can be intentional. So I want you to think, if this resonated, and I'm hoping it did, take 1 minute today to choose one thing you'll remove, one thing you'll replenish, and one person you'll reconnect with. And if you need support, reach out. Don't lead on fumes. I am here for you. This is Frequency of Abundance. We're going to be back and stacked and absolutely ready to go because we love to elevate it and elevate your energy. We're on a mission. We're sponsored by a not-for-profit. We're here to raise up, raise up, raise up. So join us. Join us. And thank you so much for playing in our sandbox. Tomorrow, we are going to have so much fun in the sun. So I invite you to come play. And as always,